As the boy timidly spoke his brother's name, our hero's lips curved into a calm smile. "What a coincidence," he said, his voice steady yet warm. "I'm actually pretty close with Jiang." The boy's eyes widened in disbelief, and then pure joy bloomed on his face. "Really? You know my brother? Are you his friend?" His voice trembled with hope that had long been buried beneath fear and struggle. Seeing that glimmer in the boy's eyes, our hero nodded and gently continued. "He's at the Shiping steel plant right now, helping me manage the farmland." At the mere mention of farmland, the boy lit up as if he'd just been handed a miracle. "Farmland? You've even restarted agriculture? That's amazing. I told them we should have gone to Shiping." But before that fragile hope could grow any further, a hand rose in the air, stern, commanding. The old man, worn by years of survival, narrowed his eyes, his voice sharp like a rusted blade. "Who the hell are you?" he growled. "I don't believe something that convenient could be real. Speak. Are you trying to lure us there just to kill and eat us?" The air grew tense. The crowd stared, silent and afraid. Our hero exhaled slowly, brushing a hand through his hair with a faint expression of disbelief. "If I really wanted to kill you," he said with an edge in his tone, "I wouldn't have wasted so much time talking." But fate, always cruel in times of tension, had no intention of letting things remain peaceful. A gunshot suddenly rang out, sharp, sudden, and dangerously close. The bullet whizzed past our hero, barely missing him. Eyes snapped toward the shooter, a trembling man standing just ahead, his weapon still smoking. The old man's voice roared with fury. "What are you doing?" The shooter recoiled, pale and shaken. I'm sorry," he stuttered. It went off. I didn't mean to. It was an accident." But it was already too late. The distant growls began, low, guttural, and growing louder with every passing second. The unmistakable sound of cannibals drawn by the crack of gunfire. The old man's face turned ashen. His eyes widened with horror. "That shot, it brought them here," he shouted. "Everyone, inside, now!" Panic erupted. People screamed, pushed, stumbled over each other as they rushed into the building, slamming the door behind them. But two figures didn't move. Our hero and Chong Nao, standing tall and still, their eyes fixed on the upcoming horror. The old man turned back, seeing them through the half-closed door. "Get inside," he barked. "Are you trying to die? Just because you're strong doesn't mean you can handle an entire horde alone." But the hero remained calm. A faint smirk danced on his lips as he replied, "Didn't you say they fight among themselves when they gather?" For a moment, silence. Then the old man exploded. "After they kill you and start dividing the meat, that's when they fight," he bellowed. "If you're not going to hide, then don't come crying when you're torn apart." Without waiting for a reply, he slammed the inner door shut behind him. Inside, he turned to the others. "Get deeper in. Shut every door, quickly." A voice from the group called out, "There's a second floor." "Then move," the old man shouted. "As deep as you can go. Stay close and stay quiet." Time passed. The building was now a tomb of breathless fear. In the dim silence, the old man crept to the window, slowly pulling back the cloth to peek outside. His voice dropped to a whisper. "I just hope those two haven't given up yet." And then the moment shifts. Down below, the camera pans to a chilling sight. Our hero and Chong Nao surrounded on all sides by a growing pack of cannibals. The air feels heavier, dense with bloodlust and anticipation. The two stand calm in the center of the chaos, unshaken, unbothered, as dozens of twisted eyes fixate on them. But instead of charging, the cannibals hesitate. A low grumble echoes among them, followed by murmurs of confusion. One of them snarls in irritation. "Why are there only two here?" Beside him, a girl with wild eyes scoffs. "What, you wanted to hog both of them for yourself?" Another scoffs, his voice sharp with sarcasm. "I didn't come all this way just to kill one damn person." Then a smile spreads across the blood-stained lips of a cannibal woman as she steps forward, gazing intently at our hero. Did you notice? This one's no ordinary human. Eating him would be like devouring 100. Inside the building, the hidden survivors watched in complete silence, peeking through cracks in windows. The boy tugged at the old man's sleeve and whispered, "What's going on out there?" The old man's face was grim as he peered through the shutters. "There's at least 10 already. More are crawling in by the minute. And I don't think those 2 will survive. Not even their bones will remain." But outside, things were far from over. Suddenly, one of the cannibals growled and stepped forward. "I can't wait any longer. I'm killing this one first," roared and lunged, but he never made it far. In a flash of steel and speed, too fast for the eye to follow, our hero moved. The next moment, that cannibal lay lifeless on the ground, his body crumpled, his soul extinguished. Gasps erupted among the horde. "What the hell? How was he that fast?" They stepped back in fear, but our hero looked them dead in the eye, calm as a silent storm, and said coldly, "I don't have time to waste. If you're coming, come all at once." His voice sliced through the tension like a blade. That one sentence shattered their hesitation. Roaring with fury, the entire group surged forward in a bloodthirsty frenzy. The earth trembled beneath their feet, and just then, Chung turned to our hero with a grin and said, "He's all yours. Burn some stamina, now eat more later." With a relaxed breath, our hero bent one knee and slowly unsheathed his sword. His grip was steady, his gaze was steel. Then, as the first cannibal closed in, our hero exploded into motion. Not a simple jump, but a sky-tearing, physics-defying bound that sent him soaring into the air like a lightning-wrapped god. From inside the shelter, the old man's jaw dropped. What the hell? How did he jump that high? He blinked, stunned, as our hero landed atop the building in a single, effortless motion. Then the cannibals paused, staring up at him in disbelief. "What kind of monster is this guy?" one muttered. "His physics is better than mine. We can't beat him." Panic took hold. The bravado drained from their eyes as the truth dawned. They were prey, and they ran, but they didn't get far. With chilling calm, our hero drew his firearm and fired a single, precise shot. The bullet hit its mark. One cannibal dropped, lifeless, his head blown back in a flash of red. The others froze, horror etched into their faces as they watched their comrade fall. Fear crept in, and then terror took over. The sound of gunfire still echoed through the dead air as the remaining cannibals, shaken to their core, began to scatter in every direction, scrambling to escape the nightmare that had descended upon them. But just as they turned to flee, a new threat emerged. On the other side, a separate group of cannibals had zeroed in on Chung. With their numbers intact and their bloodlust unshaken, they surged toward him like a wave of darkness. From the rooftop, our hero's voice rang out, cold and resolute. "I can't let a single one of them leave alive. Wipe them all out!" Chung looked up, uncertainty flickering in his eyes. "They're strong," he said through clenched teeth. "Really strong." And then the moment cracked open. The cannibals were upon him, teeth bared, claws raised, muscles tensed. But Chung didn't retreat. He attacked. Like a whirlwind unleashed, he dove into them, fists and feet tearing through the horde with explosive force. His movements were fluid, brutal, precise, each strike felling a monster, each kick cracking bone. One by one, they fell, torn apart by raw, relentless power.
The few that remained stood trembling, eyes wide with disbelief. "No, this can't be happening," one of them muttered. "He can't take us all alone." But before the sentence could leave their lips, gunshots from above silenced them forever. Our hero, still on the rooftop, lowered his smoking firearm. His eyes never wavered. Inside the building, the survivors were frozen, breathless. No one spoke, until finally the old man whispered, as if trying to convince himself it was real. "Those two, they just wiped out an entire group of cannibals, like it was nothing." Then came the voice again, this time not from the rooftop, but calling out across the battlefield. "It's safe now. You can all come out." The survivors moved hesitantly at first, like deer emerging from hiding after the storm. The old man pushed the door open, stepping into the sunlight with the others following closely behind. And there they saw dozens of dead cannibals scattered across the ground, the stench of death mingling with dust and blood. The impossible had become reality. Our hero dropped down from the rooftop in a single, effortless leap, landing lightly in front of them. The old man stared at him, eyes wide with awe, voice trembling, and stepped forward. He decided, "We want to join the Xifeng steel plant. Please, will you take us in?" The hero didn't answer right away. He simply raised one finger, a small smile on his lips. "Yes," he said at last, "but first, I need to take a little trip to that northern outskirts settlement you mentioned." Everyone froze. Their smiles faded. Even the old man's expression tightened with discomfort. "After going there for what?" he asked carefully. The hero's eyes darkened, and when he spoke, his voice carried the weight of quiet thunder. "To determine whether it's necessary to wipe those people out." This video ends. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel.